Nice. How you doing, guys? We got the radio going again. So the Honda is back in order, 100%, and we're living the dream. So this is my first official weekend off when it comes to now being back in college. So in my last semester, and I'm telling you right now, it's fucking. I'm completely ecstatic. Slept until like 9 o'clock. Played Guild Wars 2 for 3 hours. No complaints here. So I want to talk about something here. I don't know, see that maybe there's some relevance of it lately, and I figured this would be a good time to discuss my thoughts on the subject. But YouTube drama. So this is a thing that, in my opinion, that could have exploded years ago, because you know, you had like channels like Drama Alert, Scarce, Philip DeFranco. What they were doing was, and it's funny how this works, because it really has a two-pronged effect, right? So something would happen where like two of these bigger YouTube creators would, you know, have a little bit of a, you know, there'd be a little instigating on either end, right? And something obviously would happen. Whether that was just like them tweeting at each other, telling them to go pound sand, you know, not necessarily physical confrontation, but again, it could be direct confrontation. So whatever example that they had, and these channels, so in particular, again, like Drama Alert, for example, would then cover this as news, right? This was news, right? It was like, oh my God, like this happened last night. This is a big ship. And ironically, it started really like lifting off years ago. You know, people were jumping right onto it, man. Like these couple channels like were like blowing the hell up, dude. Because I remember it was just a constant comparison between Scarce and Drama Alert, right? It was like just who's doing better, and they were both doing the same thing. They were covering the same topics. You know, it was just really can they work around a schedule of who can upload. Or someone like standing right by a crosswalk, so I had to be safe. But yeah, it was like, yeah, and it's like I said, this thing blew up. Like, it was crazy, man. Like, people were just fucking eating it right up. Like, oh my God, right? We gotta watch. Yeah, obviously now it's a little different per se, but I still think it's fairly relevant. I don't watch these channels anymore. I did a little bit back there, but I don't anymore. And it just seems to be the same old stuff, right? As soon as something happens, like some YouTuber makes a statement that's obviously like fucked up and they shouldn't be saying it. Yeah, these guys are all over it. Like, they've got like a 10-minute video, right? And when I talked about the two-prong effect earlier, so what I mean by that is, yes, you have a channel of like, say, like 4 or 5 million subscribers, or, you know, however many, and they are talking about you, right? You specifically. And some of these aren't necessarily that big of a channel, right? Like, they might only have 100,000 subscribers, which again is fucking massive in my opinion. But compared to these other guys, it's very insignificant. And what'll happen is you actually might get a little bit of a boost from that, because you know what's going to happen. Yeah, you've heard people been called sheep before. So what that kind of entails is that people are just kind of mindless, right? They're just kind of going to go with it. And that's what's going to happen there, right? They're going to watch this video, they're not going to really do their homework, and they're not going to look into the subject, and they're just instantly going to say, okay, yeah, let's just go right to this guy's channel and give him a hard time. And that's what happens a lot of the time too. A lot of those channels really suffer from that, and they don't really take accountability, which is actually quite a big shame, because they really should. Because when you do that, what can happen is you can really devastate someone's career. There was a guy I used to watch. Again, I didn't really watch him, okay? I watched like one of these drama videos, and then I did watching his channel for a little bit, and it, you know, it wasn't horrible. But yeah, it was called Basherverse, I believe it was. And so yeah, this channel was, you know, it was 1 in a million, man, because it was kind of comical what they were doing. And what happened was, it was this couple that were doing their videos together, and obviously they were doing some shady things, or apparently they were doing some shady things. But as soon as this video comes out, it was like, holy fuck, right? This guy might be like a pedo. Might be, right? We don't, you know, you don't even really know if he is or isn't. Everybody jumped onto it, right? Like white on rice. Everybody went to this channel, and they just instantly gave this guy a lot of negativity and flack. And what eventually happened, and this was a breakdown of other events and like interviews with him, is he no longer uploads. He doesn't have a channel. And near the end of his uploading time, man, he definitely went off the deep end, dude. Like, he had like that meltdown video where he's like screaming and crying, and it's like, you can Google, you can YouTube it, it's out there. Yeah, and then like, I didn't even know, it was like months or to a year later, and he's like making a reaction video of that, and he's like laughing at himself, right? And it was really weird, like that whatever they did, I honestly hope that I hope they feel good about themselves that they did that, you know, like I'm not joking, they literally ruined that guy's career. And it wasn't like just one person, right? It wasn't like single-handedly this person dropped his ass. It was several people and several things. And you know what's happened at the end of the day? Like I said, he has no channel anymore. His YouTube career is gone. And that's where I kind of like draw a line of some sort. I don't know what kind of line it has to be drawn, but a line needs to be drawn, because that, to me, is the most ridiculous shit ever. Like, that guy had, like, I don't even know, I thought like 1 million subscribers, like, right? And then of course he made like statements, like he was like, you know, if we get 10 million, I'll submit nudes to my girlfriend, like, you know, that was kind of after the fact that like his career was going fucking down the tubes. I would have done the same thing, right? I would have got a little desperate, and I would have tried anything possible to salvage it. And one of the real problems, though, too, is when these channels do this kind of stuff, and like the YouTube drama, the fan base instantly just goes over to the other channel. They don't think anything of it. They don't consider their actions first. They just kind of go over, and oh man, it can be brutal. Like, you'll see a video uploaded by one of these guys, and it'll have like, you know, 52 likes on it and like 1.5 thousand dislikes. And it's every video is like that. There's a reason that happens, right? Now, a lot of these people do just, like, they'll turn comments off, and they'll turn, you know, rating, like, likes and dislikes off. And, you know, and that's kind of how they get through that. And like I said, some of them actually kind of make it through the other end, and they actually gain a bit of an audience, because some of the people actually, like, stick around, right? Like, almost like the notoriety brings you a little bit of fame, if that makes any sense. And I think it's kind of a funny concept, because it could actually turn out that way. It really could. But I don't know, that's kind of been like YouTube drama. That's my thoughts on it. I think it can be negative and positive, but I think it's mostly negative. And I think it's really just the mindless people, right? They just kind of go with the flow. They don't really, like I said, they don't really think about their actions per se. And I think people should pay more attention to that. So if you're going to do something like that, if you're going to go to a guy's video and dislike every single video of that, you need to have some justification. If there is justification, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Like, you're just bringing, again, what those channels are doing, and this has been mentioned as well, is they're just bringing light to a situation. So this situation could have happened like 2 years ago, but now all of a sudden they're bringing attention to it. And that apparently can be said, like people say, that can cause problems. I do like that some of them, though, will have like a discretion in the beginning that'll hopefully deter somebody, and it'll be like something like, don't go to the channel, don't do, like don't cause this person any grief. You know what I mean? Be respectful. I don't think that'll deter everybody, but it would deter even like 5%. That would be something. But I don't know, that's been my thoughts. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. We're gonna have to see in the next video. Let me know what you thought. If you don't want to let me know, that's cool, I don't care. And peace. Oh, that's awkward. I missed the button, so. Oh, missed it twice, actually.